Hey guys, Paul from Ashen Phoenix. It's New Comic Book Day for the week of June 29th, and we're going to get started right now. This episode brought to you by Paul and Tim Do a Thing. We do a thing.
Yay!
It's a thing that we do.
Yeah!
You should watch that thing we do.
Yeah, because we'll probably announce when we do more things on there.
Yes, and not to be confused with that thing that you do, which was a great Tom Hanks movie.
That's true. Hey guys, it's Tim from Capes and Scowls, Team Ashen, Paul and Tim Do a Thing, and the comic book store, and I'm going to talk about some trades and stuff. I've got a new Golden Book version of Toy Story, which I assume is just a new, giant, massive version of the original one. We've got Teen Titans Go Undead. It is geared towards kids, if you are wondering. We've got, I think this is new. Oh boy, you kill a man with it, Donald. Definitely. The Question Omnibus, Volume 1. This is so much of The Question. It's issues 1 through 27 and a bunch of annuals and one-shots. So, if you've never read classic Question stuff, you should. We have Summer Fires. I almost said Summer Fries. That would have been wrong. I have no idea what this is about, but it does seem pretty cool by the art. We've got Miss Marvel Beyond the Limit. This is issues 1 through 5 of that. This was just a mini-series, I believe. We have The Dark Room, which is shrink wrap, so I also don't know what this is about. Shrink wrap gets me every time. And finally, we've got Ad Rastia, which is from Magnetic. I ordered it because the art looked amazing. I don't know a ton about it, but it looks super duper cool. So definitely check it out because the art is amazing.
First up, we have Batman Catwoman issue number 12. It's over.
Took a while.
It did. This definitely took more than a year, but it's a good run. Despite most of the action happening in issue number 12, there is still plenty in this issue that will surprise you. Things that you've wanted to happen, things that you kind of expected to happen, things that you did not see coming, and they were just really, really good. Tom King just does an amazing job, and this was a very satisfying ending. Considering it's technically a Black Label, which means that it's not necessarily in continuity, gives it a little bit of leeway on some of the things it can do, and as a result, just gives you a really good story that can give you a meaningful ending because it doesn't have to worry about conforming to what's going to happen next week. So I would highly suggest checking out the entire series, but this is definitely a good ending.
All right, first up for me, we got 8 Billion Genies, issue number 2. This book, if you recall from issue 1, everybody get a genie. Everybody gets to make a wish. You get one wish. And of course, the early on panic is everybody who is kind of stupid makes their wish right away, and all kinds of crazy things happen, like dragons and unicorns and, giant Carosauruses in this one. This is just setting up a little bit more of the genies, what they can do. The genies actually have full conversations with everybody. They're just not like dicks in the background like most genies in everything ever. I guess Aladdin aside. But genies are not like traditionally like in fables a good thing. So it's interesting to see how they're portrayed here. I enjoy the back and forth between the people that are trapped in the bar and the genies themselves. And it just gives you a little bit more nonsense, and it gives you a little bit more story as well. So you see some more crazy stuff. They move the plot along. It's perfectly good. So I like Charles Soule and Ryan Brown, the team who did Curse Words, and I think this book is still super solid.
And my pick of the week, it is The Sins of the Black Flamingo, issue number 1. Whew, this is a weird one, but it's a good one. We have a gentleman thief who is a flamboyant man living in Florida, who hates Florida for good reason. Not against people from Florida, but like there's a seedy underbelly, and he kind of lives there and kind of deals with this thing. He is a gentleman thief, and his theft of choice is actually magical items, and that is what leads him into a much seedier underbelly of this, dealing with Jews and Nazis and just craziness, and really kind of this goes weird and off the rails, even for the setup of this book. but it's an interesting read. The art is fantastic. And he's a fun, likable character, even though he shouldn't be a fun and likable character. And that's a good thing to have. It's a person that you shouldn't necessarily be rooting for, but you do anyway. And I really want to see how this goes. This could be a very, very interesting book, and definitely worth checking it out.
All right, it's time for my pick of the week. Paul, what's my pick of the week?
No idea.
No idea. I don't know why we do that bit. Anyways,
I think it was one point like you did, like show me what you're gonna do, and then I forgot.
Oh.
I think that's where the bit came from.
It's been so long. We're old men at these reviews now.
I still don't know.
No one knows. And that's fine. From Black Caravan, which is a Scout imprint, we have Pentagram of Horror, issue number 2. If you recall, I reviewed issue number 1, and I loved it. And guess what? I loved this issue as well. The art is so insanely good. It is terrifying and creepy to look at. This issue focuses on a man going to penance with a priest, and he is creepy. And he is not saying things that is putting the priest at ease, and he is hinting that maybe the way to get equality in the world and everything to be good and everybody to have equality and everybody be happy is not to go the peaceful way, but rather to go the other way and just come out the other side. Then things get really creepy, as this book always does, apparently. The art is awesome, but there's a really good part where I will try to not spoil anything. There's a reason that the person is seeing in darkness. So you get like 4 pages of just dialogue, inner monologue actually, and it is so effective. What he's saying is so incredibly creepy, but he can't see in this scenario, so it's just like very, very, very interesting. And then finally you come out the other end and you see some horrors, because Pentagram of Horrors. Yeah, this is not going to be for everybody, but if you love gross stuff, this is absolutely for you. So check it out. Alright guys, that is it. Thank you everybody for checking this out and checking out our other projects. Speaking of which, Paul has a preview out for a brand new podcast, which is up on Anchor. Right, Paul?
Yeah.
Campfire Ashes, which is going to be some sort of campfire stories that you and the girls from the Team Ashen cosplay group will write. The preview is up. I've listened to it, and I didn't hate it, everybody, so we're doing good. Yeah, no, it was good. It made me. I was like,
thank you for clarifying.
Yeah,
You
it
were
was
just like I didn't hate it. I'm like,
I didn't hate it.
Not
It was
an endorsement.
No, it was good, and I do want to. I will listen to it when it comes out and support Paul's podcast, even though he doesn't support mine. And
I let it play.
Thanks, bud. That's fine. Everybody, just go find our podcast and let them play. That's all I ever needed. Anyways, do your people like your podcast? No, but they let it play. It's too great. Anyways, that's it. We will see you next week. I hope you enjoyed everything, and that's it. Bye.